If Ryu ever invites you over for a visit, it's worth the trip if only to check out his man cave, or as he calls it, his ninja Gaiden. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to a whole bunch of games on the NES. Um, hello, Winter Toad. Great to see you again. Multiverse Explorer. Happy to have you here as well. And Lucent Jelly. Welcome to the stream. What a fetching hat. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm trying out playing with some different headphones. I actually hate earbuds, and that's what I'm wearing right now. I really dislike in the ear headphones, but I'm trying some out tonight anyway because I've got some ideas. I've got some ideas that might make them sort of mandatory, at least every now and then. So I want to make sure that I've got a pair that works as a sort of backup. I already miss my big boy headphones. I really like them, and I might switch to them at some point. Tonight, but for now we're gonna wear the old earbuds and just try some things out. The mystery, exactly. Cows, hello, great to see you. New hat. Not really new, actually very old hat, but new to the stream, yes. I like it quite a bit. Give us a little break from the constant beanie. I need some good headphones. Yeah. So that was imperative to me, was that I find some good headphones when I started streaming, and I got really lucky. And found these at a thrift shop, and I mean, you know, they're not super fancy, but they really get the job done. They got great big ear cups that go all the way around my ear. And I love that about them. It's a very dashing hat. I'm glad it has graced the stream. Thank you, Cows. Thank you very much. So tonight we have unfinished business to take care of. Some of it we're not going to even finish tonight, and that's okay. We're going to start off the stream with some Ninja Gaiden practice. My PB for this game is right at 1 hour, so if I can beat this game in less than an hour, it will be a tremendous improvement. So that's what we're hoping for. It's likely going to take longer than that. I'm really not good at the end game. And toward the end of the game, I will probably start to despair a little bit, so I may need a pick-me-up at some point. But we're going to try to run through this. Then we're going to switch over to Mega Man 6. I'm continuing my first playthrough of Mega Man 6. And I would like to get through 4 more bosses in that game tonight. Ideally. I actually have Mega Man 6 on the schedule for another night later this week, so we don't have to beat it tonight. But we'll see. We'll try and get through 4 bosses. We'll play it for about 2 hours. If we beat the other 4 bosses really quick, then we might do a Wily stage or 2. Let's just see how it goes. It might get really hard. I don't know. So far, it's been fairly easy though. And then after that, we're going to switch over to Super C, and again, continued first playthrough for Super C. I think we did really well. We made it about halfway through the game, I think, last time on one of our attempts. So we might beat that game tonight. We'll see. Mission accomplished. Now to test its functionality. Are you referring to the Game Genie? The thrift shops in my town aren't that good. Yeah, yeah. I've got two thrift shops around where I live, and they're really hit and miss. All right, Multiverse Explorer, way to go. Well, just keep me posted, my friend. So many fun games. Yes, we got a lot to take care of tonight. We've got a we've got a lot to get through, and it's definitely not all going to be easy, but we're going to do our best and persevere in the face of trials. Oh, also, you can't. I don't think you can see this, but I can see this. And when I started up the stream, I immediately got followed by I don't know, 12, 15 bots. So someone is contemplating doing some mischief to the stream, so we might want to keep an eye out. I think we'll be okay, but that was interesting to see the activity feed just immediately, scroll with all these follows. You acquired 2 of them. Man, Multiverse Explorer, you really... I don't know how you do it, but you really have a way with acquiring tech. Maybe not all easy, but hopefully all fun. Hopefully. Yeah. Let's see. That's the thing is, I think that they just followed and bounced. So, yeah, if a bunch of ne'er-do-wells flood the stream, then the protocol is to play an ad, switch to sub-only mode, and just kind of ride it out. So that's what we'll do if we have to. Night Shift, welcome to the stream. Good evening. It's on tonight. It is. We've got some tough games to play. I'm gonna struggle through Ninja Gaiden. Then we're gonna relax a little bit with another sort of third of Mega Man 6, and then the struggle will be back on with Super C. But hopefully we'll have a good time. I'm reminded of when I play video games. I'm reminded of I think it's the 3rd Harry Potter book. They're taking a class on fortune telling, and the teacher always approves when they like predict bad futures for each other. But there's a scene where I think Ron is trying to read tea leaves for Harry, and his fortune that he gives him, he says, "You're gonna suffer, but you're gonna be happy about it." And I think about that every time I put a game in my NES. You're gonna suffer, but you're gonna be happy about it. Oh. I have to unpack my SNES, so I'll know by Tuesday if they work. Right on, Multiverse Explorer. Trelawney, yes. All right. So we're gonna hop into this game. I am gonna run my my little speedrun timer while I'm playing it, but don't let that trouble you. I'm not really concerned with getting a good time because first of all, it's not possible yet. I haven't practiced this game enough, and secondly, I don't really care about the time. It's just a matter of curiosity. So feel free to interrupt me, redeem the channel points nonsense if you're feeling like it. Any of that stuff is perfectly okay. If it's something that's going to interrupt me for a while, I'll pause the timer, or I'll forget and won't pause it. But it doesn't matter either way. That's just to see if I can beat it in under an hour. It's just to help out a little bit. So 59.59, as Winter Toad said. That's what we're going for. We'll get to the title screen. Ooh, hang on. You worked 3 Harry Potter book midnight releases. Good times. Right on. I worked in a bookstore, but we never did a midnight release for anything. The Harry Potter books, I think, were well over, though, by the time I was in the bookstore. I'm trying to think if that one that was a play script that came out, if that was when I was working in the bookstore, but I can't remember. Either way, we didn't do a midnight release event. I got 3. I got 3 of the Harry Potter books. You said 3 midnight release events. I got 3 of the Harry Potter books at midnight on release day. So I lived in a really small town, and the only thing we had going on was a Walmart. Like an hour. Like you drive for an hour in any direction, and the most interesting thing that you would find is a Walmart. So that's where I got all my Harry Potter books. But they were 24/7, so I would walk there when a new one came out. I would walk there at midnight, and it took me about 40 minutes on foot from where I lived. But like I said, there wasn't much going on. And so I would go, and they'd have like a huge pallet of copies of books, and then there would be like 4 people there at midnight who were interested in it. And so like I would see stuff on the news, like, because they would talk about it, you know, like how in like the big cities, like all the bookstores would be like flooded with people, and like every copy that they had would sell out instantly. And where I lived, like you could see a giant pallet full of Harry Potter books in the middle of the Walmart for like, I don't know, like 3 months after release, as they slowly trickled away. Yes, those are the 3. That's what I had to think about. Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and Deathly Hallows. Those are the 3. I got the Goblet of Fire on release day as well, but I didn't get it at midnight. All great games. You've been playing G.I. Joe, A Boy and His Blob, and the Flintstones games. I have not played any of those myself. I own I own A Boy and His Blob, but I've never really played it. I remember putting it on to test out the cartridge and being terribly when I first got it and being terribly confused as to what to do. When I got that game, though, when I got A Boy and His Blob, I knew absolutely nothing about it. It was just one of a whole bunch of games that I bought all at once, like back in high school. But it really made an impression on me because I felt so helpless, so helplessly confused when I tried it out. G.I. Joe, I don't think I have any G.I. Joe games. I think I'm just barely too young for G.I. Joe. I never really got super into it. I had a couple G.I. Joe toys when I was a kid, but I didn't know who they were. Like the characters. Like, to me, they were just kind of like just random sort of soldier type guys that I just sort of made up my own backstories for. But everyone I know who grew up like being like really into G.I. Joe, they're usually just like 2 or 3 years older than me. I don't have any Flintstones games either. Never much cared for the Flintstones either. I've seen more Flintstones in my life than I have G.I. Joe. But neither franchise really did a whole lot for me. Agent Frownie, would you be against trying a different controller for the GameCube if it was sent to you? That depends. I guess that depends on whether I liked it more than the regular controller. I mean, I wouldn't be against trying it. I'll try pretty much anything, but whether or not I would enjoy it or stick with it would remain to be seen. When it comes to controllers, I usually don't do a whole lot of third-party stuff. Typically, the like official controllers are where I'm most comfortable, and they're what I generally tend to stick with. But every now and then, I'll mix it up. Like I've got a super pad for the Nintendo 64. which is almost which is almost a really good Nintendo 64 controller, and so I'll use that sometimes. Usually when I do, I kind of disappointed and wishing it was better than it is, though. It's a SNES style controller for playing GB and GBA games. It's modeled after the Hori SNES GameCube controller. That sounds really intriguing, Multiverse Explorer. That does sound like something I would be interested in. Because I do play and have plans to play a lot more GBA games on my GameCube. And that sounds like something that could make life pretty good. This guy here is making life pretty bad. So that guy with the bullets, he shoots 3 bullets. And the thing is, like, he'll turn around and to shoot them in either direction. And so you think, okay, well, I'll just agitate him so that he starts to fire in one direction. And while he's firing, I'll jump over him, while he's distracted and buy myself some time. And it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that at all. If you jump over him mid-shot, he'll fire some of the bullets in one direction and some in the other, and he'll get you every time. Fancy hat, Mile High Roll, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm doing something different tonight. With no with earbuds in, with earbuds in, I sound very strange to myself. I don't think I've ever talked so much while wearing earbuds. And I don't have the audio going to my earbuds up quite loud enough. It's pretty low. I can kind of barely hear the game. But I don't want to mess with the I don't really want to mess with the volume at the moment, because there's a good chance that I'm going to switch back to my other headphones at some point during the stream. From what I heard, it's got a very good and precise D-pad. Excellent. as often as I can get away with it. Like when I'm playing games on the Switch, I prefer to use the D-pad if it's an option for movement. Because I play a lot of retro games and retro style games on my Switch. And I don't want to be playing something like Super Mario World and moving around with a joystick. Like that just feels very odd to me. But with any game where I can control movement with a D-pad, I typically do. And if I can get away with it, I prefer to use the SNES controller for the Switch, because the Joy-Con D-pad is so terrible. Oh, and Anderson, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Like the hat, Frownie. Also, oh. Sorry, catch up with you in just a moment. Thank you for the compliment, though. Probably use this fire to get a lot of hits in. Yeah. There he goes. Added Soul Calibur 2 to my GameCube collection. The one with Link as a fighter. I would be like, I don't actually have that game. I have I've played it before. One of my friends had it. I'm not really big onto fighting game. Yeah, I'm not really big into fighting games, but if you throw Link in there, it does make it more attractive to me. If you know, is one of Link's attacks in Soul Calibur, is one of his attacks with a bug net? Like where he swings his bug catching net? I might be thinking of something else. But I thought I remembered that. Link in Soul Calibur 2 is from OOT, so no bug net. I don't know what I'm thinking of then. Maybe it's just a hallucination I had, or a dream that I thought was real. They're really good. They're really good in this game at like putting enemies over gaps to intercept you and knock you down a pit. Happens all the time. You may end up with a bit of an earache from the jaw movement with the earbud. Oh man, if I do, then I'm definitely gonna I'm definitely going to keep the earbud wearing times sort of limited. It's sluggish that way using the sticks it is. Yeah, I find it to be. I agree. The D-pad is much more responsive. You don't have to, you don't have to move it as far. Well, then it's not a fighting game, it's a Link game. That's right, it's in a different category in my brain. They knew what they were doing. They know what they were doing. They're like, we'll add Link to the game, and then we'll get people to pick it up who normally wouldn't pick up a fighting game. We'll get that adventure game crowd on board. Ah, no. Look at that, isn't that terrible? You ever play Myst? I have not played Myst. I think I own a console port of Myst on something. No. Did you see that? I erased so much progress there. Oh no. I didn't think I was ever going to get past that. You also located Pikmin 2, Multiverse Explorer. Is there anything you can't do? I've heard that Myst can be quite infuriating. I mean, a very high percentage of everything I play is very infuriating, so that might be an argument that it's a good fit for me. Soul Calibur 2 Link, his weapons are a number of weapons from Legend of Zelda games, ranging from the Razor Sword to the Magical Sword and even the Bug Catching Net. In addition, Link's fighting style retains many of his signature moves, from past games in The Legend of Zelda and Super Smash Bros. Okay, it wasn't an item from a move. It's his unlockable joke weapon. Okay, hey, then I'm not crazy. He does have a bug catching net. Because the whole point I wanted to make about that was I thought I remembered playing that game with my friend, and I made him very upset because I kept whacking him with Link's bug catching net. See, I thought I remember the bug catching net because I thought I made my friend angry with it. I don't play a lot of fighting games. I don't typically get into them, and then so when I'm in a situation where I am playing a fighting game, I'm not really above just spamming a single attack. Located, not yet acquired. Your negotiations for it. We'll see how those turn out. The remake came out a few weeks ago. Oh, the remake of Myst. You're gonna play through that. I hope it goes. I hope it goes well for you. I know I got whiskey. I mean, to be fair, Mile Hyrule, don't you always have whiskey? Oh, no. Oh, my health is looking pretty poor. I think your misport may be on either the PS1, the Saturn, or the PSP. Yeah, I'm not sure Multiverse Explorer. I might not even be right that I own it. It might be one of the it might be one of the sequels that I own or something like that. Hey, John, good to see you. Welcome to the stream, and kind of sleep lurk. Good night. Right on. I'm definitely no stranger to the old sleep lurk. Oh, cows. You're going to say infuriating sounds like it'd be right up my alley. Yuck. Gonna sleep in until 2 p.m. Myst 2 was on the PlayStation 1. Myst 3 was on the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox. Yeah, we'll have to see. Because I'm not sure which game I own, if any of them. I might be wrong and not actually own any of them. That has happened before, where I thought that I owned something that I don't. I might stream Mist if I'm feeling good. Probably not though. Well, I hope you're feeling good. Uh, 7:30 a.m. I have to head out and pick up more old tech. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I hadn't really looked at it. Multiverse Explorer. It's Intel. Oh, here we are. World 6. Oh, I'm starting off strong. If you get interrupted, you have to walk away from your computer or put your phone down for a while. Don't worry about missing part of World 6 because you're certain to get plenty of chances. But so I have stream hiccups and stuff like that, and from time to time I get crashes and things like that. But I'm not entirely. I'm not even. Tend to blame them on my laptop just out of convenience. I'm not entirely sure my laptop is my problem. I know my laptop is limited. There, it can't handle like a whole bunch of things at once. That's why I don't do like multiple scenes with like, you know, transitions and videos and stuff like that. And also just because uh I can't be bothered. So my laptop actually gives me a good excuse for not stretching myself more than I want to. But like the things like where my stream crashes and stuff, that could have a lot to do with my internet service provider too, like throttling my connection or just cutting it, as it seems that they sometimes do. I do often get the impression that there's someone in their office that is watching, and they'll decide from time to time, well, that's enough. That's about enough internet for you today, Mr. Frownie, and then they'll switch me off for, you know, sometimes for a couple hours. You missed the very tall oil drums. But no, that's what I'm saying, cows. You don't really have to worry about missing anything, because I'll probably end up having to repeat all of these levels multiple times. Like, you know, likely even into the double digits. I wasn't facing the direction I thought I was. Good thing that tall oil drums always make me smile. Cable connection, Multiverse Explorer. Between 2012 and 2016. And I wish I could get good at this game. I'm a long way off from that. I just don't I do not have a strategy for fighting this boss. And here we are again. Here we are again. Like I said, in case you missed it, here's all of World 6. Oil drums and all. please. Oh, please, could I not get hit by every single thing on the screen? Nope, that's not possible. I must be hit by every enemy I pass. There's a health toll which must be paid. Have you ever seen an oil drum in real life? Seen a beer keg. That's kind of like an oil drum, right? I've seen a steel drum. Those are made from oil drums. But just like a regular oil drum? I don't know. I don't have any specific memories of seeing an oil drum in person. But the reason I hesitate and think so much, my father worked for a company that sold farm equipment when I was really young, and so I was trying to think if there was any reason that there might have been an oil drum at his work. Oil drum. I do not think I have. Oil drums are like Bigfoot. Don't go questioning. Don't go questioning Bigfoot's existence, Mile High Roll. That might lead me to start doubting my own reality. I have, but never when it was doing oil things. You know, just hanging out, doing oil things. Something... So my lights are on a dimmer circuit. And in the past, I've always had them on at like full blast, but tonight I finally got wise and put them down a little lower than usual. But something in my house is using electricity, and it keeps, like, when it turns on, my lights flicker, and the dimmed lights tend to not come back on. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Look, I got him. Woo-hoo. Victory. Ghost. Ghost is using my electricity. Yeah, Multiverse Explorer. It looks like you're, change your DNS settings. Yeah, like 3 or 4. There are 3 areas where it thought you were using links there, and it just turned it into stars, it looks like. Oh no, I'm off to a terrible start. I'll let you know, as bad as I was at the first guy, I'm also not very good at this guy. I'm a little better at this guy, but that doesn't mean we're going to make it through. He's definitely got the upper hand on me. Oh, also, pro tip, if you're ever fighting this guy, that big eyeball is not his weak point. You want to know how evil? You want to know how evil the game designers were? They made a boss with a giant eyeball, and the eyeball is not the weak point. That goes against all video game logic. Sparrow, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Nice hat, thank you. Thank you, I've been getting lots of compliments on it tonight. I feel justified in my decision to try it on. Also, thank you for the pistachios. I'm going to get to those in a moment. Hopefully there'll be a celebratory snack here in a second. If I could just avoid the shrimps long enough. We did it! We did it! That's a new PB! I'm getting better and better all the time. So what's that? 49 minutes? Round it up, say 50 minutes. 50 minutes, I'll take it. Hey, thank you for the GG. It works for you. Thank you, Multiverse Explorer. Oh, and and Mile High Ross, you think Bigfoot is real? I'm like, well, I suspect, Mile High Roll, that I'm at least part Yeti. I'm giant, covered with hair, live in the woods, live in the cold. Oh, pistachios. Agent Yeti. A wonderful treat. Oh, man. I never get tired of pistachios. I love them so much. So that's nice. We've had a victory tonight already. Not only we beat the game, but we did it faster than ever before. That's the kind of thing we always want to happen. That's the direction we want to move in. Progress. Super zoom in. I want Bigfoot to be real. I just do not think he is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, I'm pretty skeptical. I'm pretty doubtful on the existence of Bigfoot. I will say that the world is, I find the world to be much stranger than the world is much often stranger than I assume it to be, so anything is possible, I suppose. Frownie, wonder if you're getting random followers. Just one or two words with a number. You know it, Sparrow. I was actually talking about that at the start of the stream. When I went live, I immediately got followed by like 12 or 15 different bots. And yeah, it's happened on a lot of nights. Typically just one bot will follow me and then they go away. And what I suppose that must be is just someone testing the waters to see if I have alerts on, because they want to sort of alert spam me. But much to their chagrin, I do not do alerts. Excuse me, sorry about that. It's just I've noticed I'm getting them myself. I'm mostly watching your channel, so wondering if there's maybe a bot doing mass follows or something. Yeah, that's what they're doing. And like they've got, from what I hear, they've got bots that will spam you with a lot of follows to basically trigger all of your alerts and make your stream unwatchable. But they weren't prepared. They weren't prepared for the depths of my laziness, which protects me. uh, it's most of Twitch. You're getting them 2 Mile High Rule. Yeah. Um, Key to Life. I'm in her Discord, and she's got a channel where she just in her Discord where she just posts like information about stuff like that that's going on Twitch, and it's really useful. So I browse that from time to time to kind of see what's up. That's my main source of information for like what's happening in the Twitch universe. Um, one or two other one or two others you watch have mentioned it too. Yeah, huge problem all over Twitch. My laziness is I don't stream. The best protection of all, Mile High Rule, right? Okay, my friend. So this is it for Ninja Gaiden. We're gonna get switched over to Mega Man 6 and see if we can make a little bit of progress in that one. Like I said, I'm hoping to beat 4 of the bosses, and if we do that really fast, we might play a little bit more. But I'm not planning to get all the way through Mega Man 6 tonight necessarily. Maybe we will. Who knows? Like maybe I'll find out the rest of the game's really easy and really short, and then I'll just have to plug that gap in the schedule with something else. But we'll see. And I Discord messaged you the DNS settings for you, Agent Frownie. Thank you, Multiverse Explorer. I'll take a look at it. I got to say, I'm pretty like I'm. You'll find me to be kind of tech illiterate in a lot of areas. My tech knowledge is very spotty. I feel like I'm really like knowledgeable and good at a very select few things when it comes to tech, and then like I don't even know what DNS stands for. So I got to say I'm going to be pretty wary to mess with any of those settings for fear of turning something for fear of turning something irreparably pear-shaped. Frownie, I also saw this Sonic ripoff game. It's a new game made on the Atari 2600 and thought of you. It'd be cool seeing you play that on original hardware. It's called Zippy the Porcupine. I mean, did they release a cartridge for it? Oh, thank you. I'm not gonna make any promises, Sparrow, but I'll definitely take a peek at it. $30. Oh man. I'm not gonna make any promises that I'm gonna play it, but I definitely want to take a look and at least see what it's like because I play an abnormal, perhaps unhealthy amount of Atari 2600. Maybe it's not the amount of Atari 2600 I play that's unhealthy. Maybe it's just what I choose to play. In fairness. Okay, I'm gonna step away from the computer, my friends, and it's just CT. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna step away for just a second and just switch the cartridge over. I'll see you again very shortly, my friends.